Hello, friends! Today, we continue building what could be the best car game in Roblox. So, I want to make it clear that this is just an idea, a creative proposal. What we're going to do is imagine which features the best car game should have, taking the best elements from different Roblox games and grouping them into categories. You'll see, it's very easy to understand. The first category, and for me the most important one, is transparency and goodwill. It's hard to measure, because it mostly comes from personal experience, from how fair and honest a game actually feels. Realistic car driving shows this kind of goodwill through features like earning cars by driving miles and keeping prices fairly reasonable. Meanwhile, many other games show the opposite, a lack of transparency or even bad intentions toward the player. The next category is graphics quality. This one is a tough competition, but I think Midnight Chasers takes the win. The only thing I'd change is the lighting. It has a bit too much light radiation, but not enough overall illumination. So if it were up to me, I'd increase the general lighting just a bit to balance it out. The next category is map. In this one, I prefer an open world style, like Driving Empire. However, I also really liked the idea of having several medium-sized open maps, like in Midnight Racing, Tokyo. Detail and immersion are key. A good map shouldn't just look nice. It should feel alive, with atmosphere, traffic, and places that make you want to explore. The next category is car paint and customization. This one is highly competitive, especially between Midnight Chasers and Midnight Racing, Tokyo. One is stronger in the paint system, while the other stands out for its body kits and setup options. Both reach an impressive level of detail, but in very different ways. The next category is chassis, and this one is really tough. In my opinion, the cars feel better in Midnight Chasers. However, Midnight Racing, Tokyo comes very close, and it also lets you adjust handling and stability more. Both deliver a great driving experience, but each in its own way. The next category is licensing, and this one's easy. We all know it. Even though it's no longer the only game with licensed cars, it's still the one with the most brands and models, and not just any brands. We're talking about Lamborghini, Koenigsegg, and Porsche. This shows how strong Voldex's relationships are with real car brands, which definitely gives them an advantage over the others. The next category is events, and this one is also relatively easy. The credit goes to Driving Empire, which has managed to make the most out of its partnerships, achieving collaborations with NASCAR, Lamborghini, and Lego. All of this, despite its ongoing stumbles, with events that often feel too relaxed or lacking real effort. The next category is car upgrades, and this one's also an easy pick. It goes to Midnight Racing, Tokyo, for its incredible level of detail and consistency in every modification. It truly makes you feel like you're tuning a real-life car. The only thing I'd improve is accessibility. Maybe make it a bit easier to understand, and include more in-game tips or explanations for players. The next category is mechanics or repairs, and obviously, this one goes to fix it up. It's true that this category isn't completely necessary in a car game, but I think it's a great improvement. It adds more dynamism, variety, and a real sense of progression that many other games don't offer. The next category is roleplay. This one's a bit tricky, because there's a thin but very clear line between what you can and can't really do. Even so, I think the most complete one in this category is Greenville, which is basically the home of roleplay, and I'd also give a special mention to Southwest Florida for keeping a solid foundation and community around the same concept. The next category is racetrack, and this one might be a bit controversial. In my opinion, Midnight Racing, Tokyo has the best tracks, beautifully designed layouts with great atmosphere. However, the best single race, the most balanced and enjoyable one, belongs to realistic car driving. The next category is racing system. I wanted to separate this one because, in most games, these systems are basically the same. There isn't much room for innovation. However, Driving Empire's global racing system is on a completely different level. It allows us to race with any player, from any server, though it's random. It's a simple but very effective system that gives the game a global sense of connection that few others have achieved. The next category is Money, System, and Earnings. This one already has a higher level of technical difficulty. In my opinion, the winners here are Midnight Racing, Tokyo, and Greenville. Both have complex, well-structured systems, and most importantly, they don't give you anything for free. That makes progress feel real and well-earned. Still, I'd make it just a little easier. Maybe about 10% simpler to attract more players without breaking the balance. The next category is 3D, car modeling, and detailing. There are several strong contenders here, but Driving Empire stands out with its exceptional level of detail. The cars look great, with proportions and finishes that really shine. Midnight Chasers comes very close, although it occasionally misses on some smaller details. Still, both show a level of modeling work that raises the visual standard for car games on the platform. The next category is car sounds. This is one of the most important ones, because when done right, a good sound can literally give you chills. In this case, I think there are two winners, but Midnight Chasers takes the lead, just slightly ahead of Midnight Racing, Tokyo. Both have amazing, realistic, and powerful sounds, but Midnight Chasers has that extra touch that makes you feel like you're inside the engine. Listen to this. Well, the idea behind this video is also for you to compare, to see what your favorite game might be missing, and to encourage you to share your own suggestions on social media or in the groups where you hang out. Also, take a moment to check out the category that caught your attention the most, and visit the games I mentioned. That's all for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, stay safe, and see you next time.